So, just wanted to first introduce Neeraj Pandey and, the most value-driven film director, producer, and screenwriter. And today, I'm privileged to basically just share the space with Neeraj Pandey. And you know what? First and the foremost thing I would just like to say, your bullseye focuser. It's just amazing. And we all know your films such as A Wednesday Special 26, MS Dhoni, जिसमें आपने औरों में कहाँ दम था ऐसी फिल्में बनाने का, but definitely you have nailed it. And now with your new venture, औरों में कहाँ दम था is all set to release. So how much excited you are, and to the audiences, what message, the first message you would like to kickstart before we get into the star cast and everything. So first of all, hello, sir.
Thank you. Hello, and thank you for that introduction, Sheena. Thank you so much. I'm Well, the film is out day after tomorrow, and it's a love story. It's a musical love story, and just hoping that you like it. It's as simple as that.
I think liking is just all your movies. I love it. So liking is a very short term, and I just
Thank
want to
you.
genre कहाँ से change हुआ है? I completely understand you made such films which are more driven towards action and biopics, and now this pyar, mohabbat, ishq, romantic, was that always there in you, or is it just like you wanted to try and get out of the comfort zone and try something new, or was it somewhere that seed was there you wanted to explore this genre too?
A combination of all those that you mentioned, actually. I've mentioned this earlier also, that I wanted to start my filmmaking career with a love story. That script couldn't take off for various reasons, and then ended up making Wednesday, and then there was a different journey that we had, and was waiting for an interesting story in this space. Again, the material excited, not the genre. I thought that we had a good story in our hands, and when we started developing it, we started seeing the potential that yes, this can actually be something that we can be proud of, and we completed the script, tried to put a great cast together. Eventually it took us 2 years to bring the film to you.
Wonderful. And just talking about, because it looks like an organic love story to me. I watched the trailer, and talking about Krishna and Vasudha, the names are so beautiful, and you can directly engage with the PR, with these terminologies. And just trying to understand this love story is all about Krishna and Vasudha. And when you talk about the de-aging process, I see there are two youngsters also you have introduced in this particular movie. So ये आपके पहले से दिमाग में था, or else because the script required this, that is what you wanted to, because you see a journey of love for 22 years ahead of when they were in love, and then they meet after 22 years, fall in love. आजकल का जो प्यार है वो 22 दिन 22 महीने से ऊपर चलना मुश्किल है. So this definitely will be a very interesting story to watch. But what was the thought process behind this particular thought?
नहीं, अगर वो प्यार है तो फिर 20-22 दिन में और 20-22 मिनट में तो होगा ही नहीं खत्म. मेरा ये मानना है. The interpretation of love for me is that it's timeless. It can't it can change forms. It means different things to different people also. But for me, in essence, for this particular film, I felt that this was a very timeless love story, and I was very clear that there would be two sets of actors who would do this particular film, and that was right from day zero. Both Ajay and Tabu knew about it, that there will be different actors playing their younger version. It was partly stemming from the fact that I didn't want any visual distractions, that somebody has been de-aged, then people start finding faults with that, कि यार ये देखो, मतलब ये ठीक से नहीं हुआ, there's no consistency in VFX, etc., etc. And 22 years was way too much to sort of handle in terms of de-aging for the chunk of time that Shantanu and Sai are there in the film. So it was a very easy decision, and one of the first decisions that I took while I was writing the film. And everybody understood. I didn't have any resistance from anyone in terms of this particular call.
Okay, wonderful. Now let's come to the star cast. How was you working with Ajay Devgn? I think that's for the first time. And
Right.
How was it, when you narrated the script to Tabu and Ajay Devgn? What was their first reaction?
I mean, it was a yes the moment the narration ended with Ajay, and he was excited by the material. He knew that it was a very different kind of film, and I mean, he was finding it a very different kind of a film 2 years before today. So I mean, 2 years ago. So yeah, I mean, he was very excited about it. He was excited about the material, the cast and crew. Same goes for Tabu. Tabu, I had not given a full narration. I just gave her a sort of an overview of the film, and I read out the climactic scene of the film, and she was on. So the casting was pretty quick and fast with these actors. Jimmy again was someone who, uh, of course, I've worked with him before, so it was. I mean, he places a lot of trust on me, which is scary. I mean, at most times. But he was on after a brief narration, and the two kids, we auditioned them, and that was a lengthy process. That took us about 2.5 months to audition them and get them on board. So all in all, that was the process.
I
Yeah.
think especially Jimmy, because his character Abhijit, even in the trailer, you can see those expression on his face, and I'm quite excited to basically look what Jimmy's role will be all about. And
Yeah, he is smashing in the film.
is it
Yeah.
to know about that? Because
Mm.
usually aajkal up stories dekh rahe, they're more towards action, and other pattern things going on.
Mm.
We all would be so excited to see a pure love story that's just defining love. And as I always think, love is like lake of volatile emotions. There'll be up downs, but I'm sure we are excited about it, and there's a lot with that you're going to just actually enjoy in this particular movie. And now moving on to the music, I think the music is so good. It's so refreshing. So what was the thought about this kind of a music? I know there's like soft numbers, and if I have to define it one word, it's like soulful music. That's basically, basically enjoy, your ears are enjoying, your heart is enjoying. So Cream, we all know about it. But then was that also in your mind that this set of music will go with the flow, or was it just like, it just came across? But the music is ultimate, trust me.
Yeah, thank you so much. We didn't want the music to be of a different nature from what the film is. It had to blend in because, like I told you, it's a musical. So work on the music of the film started pretty much the time I started scripting the film. Uh, Cream Sir was someone who I had worked with before, so we started doing theme scores and the song bits very early. Uh, Actually, it was while we were scripting the film. Manoj was brought in to write the poetry as well. So it was a process that was pretty much aligned to the writing of the screenplay, and hence I think that it blends in very easily. I mean, the music doesn't stick out, doesn't look
Yeah.
forced from a library or from another part of somebody's discography or whatever. It's pretty much ingrained in the vocabulary of the film.
Okay. And just one thought that came to my head, all of a sudden when you were talking, why this title, Auron mein Kahan Dum tha? Is there anything that's related to the movie, or is it something, or is it?
Absolutely related to the film. No, no, no. The title has to sum up the film, in my opinion. When
Okay.
you put a title, I mean, it's when you see the film, you'll realize that it couldn't be more right. It's just the apt title for the film.
I think, yeah, we all are excited. इस thriller में होगा क्या कि 22 years में क्या ऐसा हुआ था, क्या उसने उस रात को किया था अजय देवगन से ने. So I think, yeah, it's quite interesting because you really want to get deep into it. And I see Tabu and Ajay Devgn, they've already done, I think, almost 10 movies together. So that collaboration in chemistry is there. How was it working with both of them, like for the first time with Ajay and Tabu?
Super. I mean, both of them have this huge body of work behind them, and both of them are extremely prepared. They are very focused, and all that nonsense about pranks and all that you keep on hearing and all that. Nothing of that sort. It could also be because of the nature of the film that they were doing.
Okay.
They were, yeah. I mean, you could literally hear them flick a switch when they were on set. So the experience of working with them was super, and I'm very proud of the fact of how clued they were to the characters right from day zero. So amazing.
Wonderful. And just quickly summing it up, like on the sets, who's the most mischievous character that was there on the set among all the people?
No, no,
Could you-
nothing of that sort. Nothing of that sort. It was the most boring crew making the most exciting film, and that's how it was.
and, uh, basically, which is one actor that you really want to work with? Now you worked with Ajay Devgn, you worked with such big personalities and Bollywood actors. Is there anyone in particular in your mind that in future you want to work with?
No, no, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It all depends on the material, the script. Once you have a material, then only you start thinking about casting. They are all fine actors. There's so many of them, but it will all depend on the story that excites me, and then we'll see what to do with it and who to cast.
Oh, just on a simple note, what's your favorite food?
Veg. I'm a vegetarian, so anything in veg, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So, Auron mein kahan dum tha? Just one message to all the people who are listening and watching us that, why people should go in cinema and watch this movie. First of all, please go in cinema, watch this movie on August 2nd. And,
Thank
it's
you.
a love story. But then just one message, and obviously, we don't want to reveal, what is there in the movie. That's why people will go. But then just one thing that you would like to share with the bigger audience.
I mean, it's just something that if you believe in love, it's a fantastic story that you could relate to. That's it, as simple as that. Yeah.
Okay. And it was really nice speaking to you. Amazing. It was such a great
Thank you.
time that we shared together. And I'm quite excited about this particular movie. And,
Thank
बहुत
you.
साल first of all, I have to thank you, to give a movie that's basically for the middle-aged people. Otherwise, it's all about the Gen Zs. So I think we all are
Uh,
excited to see a movie that's basically going to cater to that maturity level as well. And looking forward to see the movie. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so